Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is there for you. I'm Happy Tact, and I'm just vibing to the music for Scarlet Hollow. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good time. Welcome in. We are getting ready to wrap up. I'm going to finish Fred's run today, which means it may be a long stream. But we're going to finish episode 3, and then we're going to do episode 4. Episode 4's length is extremely variable. It can be very, very short, or it can be really, really long. But we gotta make the choices that Fred would make. So we'll see how it goes. But first, we left ourselves at the library. And before, as the game starts to load in, I will read off the episode 3 things here. Some of them don't apply, so I'll skip them because of our world state. But our that was our achievement run. Our gosh, I can't talk. Our content warnings for today include unreality, hanging, implied parental abuse, mild jump scares, substance abuse, disturbing imagery and situations, stalking, auditory gore, and murder. So if any of those are uncomfy for you, please just leave. It's fine. I won't be offended. Horror streams are not for everybody. But we gotta get the gang together, we gotta get our clues. We got the achievement for max number of people. Now I just need to do an achievement for the minimum number of people. But it's time to check out some ghosts, I guess. Is it just me, or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. Same. I've got chills. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, a genuine cold spot. Gotta snap a pic for posterity. Because you can capture temperature on your phone. Is that it? It isn't very scary. Here we go. Alright, gang. I think we'll cover more ground if we split up and search for clues. I knew it. I knew it was coming. Oh, if that's the case, then I call dibs on Fred. In your dreams, Stella, Fred is sticking with me. We'll search the least dangerous room, like a bathroom or a closet. No, absolutely not. I think we all know how that would go. Ghost or no ghost, splitting up is always a recipe for disaster. Yeah, you're probably right. If we discover a ghost down here, we should all discover it together. That's not exactly the angle I was going for, but okay. Yo, once we find the ghost, how are we gonna get rid of it? Like, how does one bust such a thing? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jars for ectoplasm. And if worst comes to worst, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. That sounds like fun to me. Might as well try it, right? What's the worst that could happen? I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost has really freaked you out. Okay. Let's head to Rosalina's room. That feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating dizziness. Something's in the house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa. This is where I've seen it appear. It appears on top of the stain. Yeesh, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. And your equipment's wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to. Good idea. I've never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Whatever. How was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Have you tried pulling the carpet up? Don't worry, I'm sure they'll just take you to the court for neglect. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? I hate to agree with Tabitha on anything, but some kind of structural damage does seem likely. Tearing up the carpet doesn't seem like such a bad idea. I'm sure they'd rather you discover structural damage now before it gets worse. Plus, there might be something written under there in blood. Only one way to be sure. Just like naturally, it must not have been like well installed carpet, because I've taken carpet up from a floor before. I've been thinking about this every time we go through this scene. I'm like, I've taken carpet up to like remove it off of like my bedroom floor, and we did it in our office too, and it's not easy to do that. So this must be just like a really shoddily made room or carpet. I don't know. She's just doing that with her bare hands. I remember needing to get several different types of knives to cut into it so that you could even get a finger under it. And then depending on how much stapling was done for the carpet and the condition of the floor underneath it could be a big difference there. But, you know, Stella is Stella, so of course she can just start ripping a carpet up. You doing the government a favor, really. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it stained in reddish brown. There's a broken seal around the edges. Whoever carpeted over this hatch didn't want anyone going down there. But what if isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Maybe I don't want to sleep in here. A hatch. There's a broken seal around the edges. Someone doesn't want us down there. Yeah, but how long ago was it sealed up? Whoever did this has got to be long gone, right? There's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. Oh, look at all this red stuff coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted. Oh, you've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Still no readings. None of the equipment's made a sound. Of course not. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped in the foot of the basement or crawl space or whatever's under that hatch. Must be a leak that's flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edges and leaked through to the carpet. It's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's simple as that. It's not mud. It's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You've got a muddy floor, and that's why it's so cold in here too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room, and I need to know what's down there. Here we go. Oh! I'm waiting for it. Should be making an announcement. Hi, Cake. The ghosts of future past has come to tell you.
Strategy.
It's a good strategy to throw that axe. Thank you for the 22 months. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it's almost been 2 years. Almost. Thank you so much, Cake. You really don't have to do that, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I hope you're doing well. I was trying to troubleshoot space earlier. It was not working. I think I finally got it to connect when it was closer to the router, but the signal was weak, so it's still not letting me control it. I don't know what else to do, but we're working. I know, time flies. Truly. Time really does fly. We've done so much. We've played so many games. How was a concert, by the way? It's been a little bit since you went, but hopefully it was fun. Hopefully it was fun. I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevasse. Reboot space needs another bang. I know. I have tried different outlets. I have tried different Wi-Fis. I have tried different passwords for my Wi-Fis in case I somehow forgot what the password for my Wi-Fi is. I have tried different rooms. I've rebooted this. I've logged out of my Galaxy Lamp account and re-signed into it. I have tried everything. And interestingly, the feedback that I provided to their message center is gone. They never answered me about why it's not working. They just deleted it. So, we get blue or we get nothing. There's no, like, I can plug it in and before it tries to like set up, it'll just be blue and it'll kind of like do the water thing. But it won't do anything for anything but that. It's very upsetting. It's really upsetting, actually. I don't know, maybe if I put it right next to the router it'll work, but ugh. Then I can only use it in my living room. So we wouldn't have it for stream. Right. You come to in Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is and your friends are nowhere in sight. The building feels colder and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? The artist was 2 hours late and only did half a concert. No! That's so upsetting. I'm so sorry to hear that. But you still had fun. Weeks following have been filled with stuff to do, and your bedtime has gone from 11 to 9. Same. Same, and it's about to get more like that. The only day that my bedtime will not be between 9 and 10 p.m. is likely to be Thursdays, just because I don't get home until 9 p.m., and I still got to do all the things you do before you go to sleep. But yeah, router space. That's what you should make all your Wi-Fi colorful, weird, with the weird colors. I could. I mean, I spend a decent amount of time in my living room, so it wouldn't be a total loss to just have it for myself in the living room, but it's really upsetting that it used to work in this room and now it doesn't, for no reason. It did stop trying to think that it was a power fan though, like a literal like desk fan, because for a while it thought it was a fan and it would connect and I'd be like, what am I supposed to do now? I can't actually turn this thing on. I can't change colors because it's just asking me to change speed, and it's not a fan, it's a lamp. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. It's very frustrating. But I guess I got it on sale, and that's what it is. Where are the consumer rights when the space has gone defective? Space is broken, guys. You cannot go to space today. Cannot go to space. Alright, did we pass out again? It was the ghost! No way. It had to have been something nasty in that basement. The whole town is full of old tunnels. It wouldn't surprise me if that's why the hatch was sealed in the first place. Now, let's get the hell out of here before the bad air gives us brain damage. Okay, ma'am. Let's see how it goes to do that. Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I might be misremembering things. Let's go. What if the others are passed out in Oscar's house or somewhere deeper in the library? Then going back for them won't do them any good. If they're not outside or in the library, we'll call the cops and let them take care of it. We don't want to wind up passing out again. We're of no use to anyone like that. What's the worst that can happen? That we survive. Alright, Prince Aaron. Alright. By the way, there's the Pat emote that you will probably like, because it's Aaron. Hello. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Something isn't right. Feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. This... Did we die? Damn, Tabitha, what was in that cream soda? Let's see. It's so cute, isn't it? I do mean that. I really do. Speaking of ghosts, there's a ghost in chat. There's a Bayonet in chat in case you don't already have one. I don't know if I have one. I guess I do. Ghosts in chat for ghostly stream. See that creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. Where is it? Here, this guy. This guy with his face doing the thing. Ew. Very succinct. Please tell me I'm not the only one seeing the scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not. The hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? It is cute. All I can imagine now is Aaron stabbing the hand for disrespect. Just uses like iron tail or something on the hand. Just like... It only if it was my hand. I think Aaron would probably be fine. But only if it's my hand. Would he be upset? Let's see. Okay, let's be optimistic about this. Speak for yourself. Is this what it feels like to be high? Did we get drugged? I wouldn't know. Yeah, me neither. Never touched a marijuana cigarette. I can't believe people would do this for fun. There's gotta be an exit somewhere. We just have to look... Wait, do you hear music? Not yet. Movement stirs. Fair, you did murder. One! Just one, and then we caught him. That's not fair. Oh no, it's Stella. She doesn't look so good, guys. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Huh? I thought Oscar said the county owned this place. Yeah, Stella, it's us. Quit being weird. Quit being weird. No one's called me Edwardine. Uh-oh, Tabby knows him. Snap her out of it. I've tried that before. You don't look so good right now. You're just pranking us, right? I don't think so. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here, of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. I'll do this one. Okay. We won't die. I'm pretty sure we won't die, having played this a number of times. Enjoy. We'll see you in a bit. Maybe this will all I can't talk today. This is great because there's so much talking. Maybe this is all part of one of Stella's videos. I hope it is. A flash of pain in Stella's eyes tells you that she is keenly aware of everything that's happening right now. She is in agony. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up. Shut up. Have I been talking to a ghost this whole time? Isn't Edwardine Scarlet Grandma Eddie? Yeah, it is. But if this is some kind of possession, there's no way it's her ghost. Edwardine died in the estate. There's no reason she would be haunting the annex. You should just get out of town while you can. Hello? Nope. Bye. Come on. We must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. I'm going after Stella. Your cousin tries to yank your arm back towards the entrance, but you push forward, dragging her behind you as you move. You push forward, ignoring Tabitha's grip on your arm as you follow the path through the thick foliage. Two of you are met by a closed door standing in the middle of the garden's greenery. That's ominous. Let's try it. Oh my gosh! Hi, Jimin. I don't know if my raid alert is working, but this should be, if I have it set up. I love that emote, by the way. Okay, the clip thing is not working. What is this about? It is a horror game, so mind the pinned message. Oh god. There it is. Everything is delayed. Goodness gracious me. Please follow Jammin. I was hanging out in Jammin's stream all day. He was playing some Fire Emblem Engage Maddening, doing lots of things, and started a couple community challenges for the packed ring. Woo! I heard something. Stage complete. There was a clip of something.
Let's fuck.
Okay. We're having some situational issues here today, but
go. Let's.
Before my sound here goes ridiculous. Forgot to put that on there. Beat the final boss of 3 houses and then woke your son up by yelling, "No!" No, don't wake up the kiddo. Goodness. I'm like discombobulated right now. So what this is Scarlet Hollow. You're coming in media res. We are in the middle of episode 3 of 4.
Go!
There it goes. Very exciting. And it is a supernatural cryptid horror visual novel. And this is part of our community challenge called the Meddlesome Kids Challenge, where we've been playing through this game repetitively as each member of Scooby-Doo. So we're on the last one, which is Fred right now. So we're making choices that Fred would make. We are Fred. He is us. And with this game, the replayability comes with the fact that it's like a choose-your-own-adventure style novel, and you have different... Let's split up, gang. We got forcibly split up just a little bit ago. And the keen eye and powerful build traits are 2 of the, I think, 7 traits that are available, and mixing and matching them allows you to do different things, talk to different people, react differently.
I just made the baby cry.
Oh no. And otherwise just changes your gameplay for the game. But the art is great, the sound and the music is great, and I'm gonna, since everybody's here now, I'm gonna reread the content warnings, and absolutely, if any of these they're not your jam, feel free to leave. I will not be offended at all. So for episode 3, which is what we're playing right now, content warnings are unreality, hanging, implied parental abuse, mild jump scares, substance abuse, disturbing imagery and situations, stalking, auditory gore, and murder. You can find all of them for the game, if you don't mind spoilers, using the pinned message or typing in !CW for the content warnings from Black Tabby Games. And, you know, if you don't want to hang out, that's fine. On Saturdays, we normally are playing a Fire Emblem game. Right now we're playing Poke Emblem for the first time. And then on Sundays, we play Pokemon. We're playing through Black version 2, only purple Pokemon, which is another community challenge. We're only allowed to use purple Pokemon for that run. So it's been very interesting. So with that said, we're going to keep on keeping on. We're in the middle of our ghost hunt right now. And things are getting very spooky. Tabitha is our cousin, by the way. Not romanceable. Not romanceable. Although romance is coming. Romance is coming. There can't be anything behind it. It's just standing there. You ignore her, walking forward and reaching for the doorknob. Bells ring as a cacophony rages out. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. Like how she just goes to the corner to get on her cell phone. Please let this call go through. She anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... What? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. I can't hear you when I'm... Your cousin is cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call. Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own. Oh, hi. Junior, pack your things. Quickly, hurry. Jesus. Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. Maybe we should run him out on a rail too. Make an example of the whole family. Oh, by the way, people are being possessed and puppeteered. These are some high schoolers that we know. You kids should have just stayed in the library. We have to rescue you again. Alright, what would he say? Charlie, and now Junior. Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe they're the same person. Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? People are getting ran out of town because of a mine collapse in the past. My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. Here we go. Yeah, so Keen Eye gives us the ability to say this. The collapse, Junior leaving, Charlie returning, it's starting to come together. Great. Mystery solved. You can let us go now, Ghost. Don't listen to him. Charlie, just keep hacking. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. As for you, lady, what makes you think you're gonna be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? I think you would just keep listening. None of these feel like Fred. None of these feel like Fred. Trust me. The coppers ain't coming here tonight. What makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out unless you want to go up on flames like all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. They're gonna set their house on fire. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. We can make new ones, even better than those. It's good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now, if you're gonna have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy, no more big inheritance for you. Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. They depart. The front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We've both died, and we're in hell. Alright, let's put our heads together. What do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we know that we're not possessed, at least as far as we can tell. And whatever we saw in this room, at least, happened right after the Shaw mine collapse in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to just keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. Are we supposed to be Charlie? Is Charlie the ghost? Your guess is as good as mine. So many ditchlings in here. These lovely little friendos. 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 5. 5 of them. They're omens. They're harbingers of doom and destruction. And devastation. Not to unite all nations. Yeah, there are. Those things are horrible. No wonder you were such a mess when you came back on Monday. Yeah, Tabitha. Alright. Shall we? Oh, hey, Malkin. How you doing? Welcome in. If you are not doing so already, you should be checking out Malkin, also a Fire Emblem player. Playing some Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. I think you were playing the Echoes. The Echoes remix. The Echoes hack. But been playing some Fire Emblem hacks over there, hanging out. Very friendly person. So make sure you give them a follow if you are so inclined. But how you doing? How you doing, Malcolm? Hopefully you're having a good day. I'm waiting to hear it.
Let's get you all some olives. Well, that sure was something. Feels nice to do some hard work for a change, you know. Mercenary works harder than I would have bargained for, but you do get lucky sometimes with the folks you meet. My folks never wanted me to leave the farm. Who are you talking to? Why are you monologuing to yourself? There's no one there. And if they've seen how much I've grown because of it, well, maybe they changed their tune if only a little bit. Oh well, no, I can always go home whenever I want. But still, I gotta... Okay, you're still talking to no one. Still, I got a lot to learn. Honeydew, come on, you're gonna miss out.
We love a monologue out loud. We love a monologue out loud. Hey, welcome back, Cake. I didn't hear the sound. It's a trick. Get an axe. Get an axe. Here, we'll do one for free then. We'll do one for free. Where we at? We'll do a couple for free.
To your death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
My voice is better anyway. Ah, now you're just flattering me. This one. Maybe? That was supposed to be Anna. Violence is on sale today. Alright, you're outside and it's night. False moon looming massive in the painted sky. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. Ugh, what magic words do we have to say to get you to let us go? We're sorry, okay? Whatever our family did to piss you off so much, we're sorry. We're talking to this guy over here. Mr. Shocked Pikachu face over here. I hate that noise. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? Dang, how'd you know I have the hots for Edwardine? Who's this supposed to be? Why can't this ghost be a little more obvious? Come on, use name tags or something. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You really nailed that sales voice. Well, I had to work on the sales voice so that I could pitch hand axes. I gotta do the infomercial, right? I gotta do the hand axe infomercial every now and then. That's like the most meme thing that's come out of stream. But wait, there's more! Childhood sweethearts, just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? It looks like there's more to this haunting than the other than the collapse. I don't think I want to know so much about some fling my great-grandmother had. This is definitely too much information. Tabby says TMI. It really has nothing to do with me. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you, but it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold on her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. It's time for you to lip sync for your life. I haven't heard this one either. I didn't hear it. I think it played. I'm sorry, Cake. All the alerts are on mute. No, they're not. I tried them before stream. They shouldn't be. No, they're not. They're not on mute. But I haven't even been hearing them. I tested them earlier. Do I attempt? First space, now your voice. Dang, whatever god that rules over these inconveniences. These minor inconveniences in my life. How dare they? How dare they? What do you know about Enoch? While it's trying to load this screen for me. Our great-great-grandfather. He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. Besides that, I don't actually know much about the man. Is the ghost mad because Edwardine and Charlie's romance didn't work out? Pretty pathetic, if that's the case. It's not like I'm in a happy relationship, but at least I'm not making it someone else's problem. Alright, let's see. Let's, let me try this. Give me a sec. There we go. Fixed it. Everything is awesome when you're doing it on stream. Okay, it's fixed. It's fixed. Sometimes it happens when I switch between screens. It really doesn't like it. You can both go free. We've read this about 15 million times. No more misfortune, not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. Kanika mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty. She's not that great of a mime. Gonna jump scare me with children being happy. Thanks, Cake. Everything you need to know is on that map. I think Fred's a little bit of a dork, so we're gonna pick this one. Breaking of bonds, requiring a map. Sounds like a quest. I play too many video games. That might be true. That's where you'll find him. You need her there. Then read what I've written down, and be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. Then she's gone. Okay, let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas, I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die. Whichever. Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the Resonant clearly doesn't want me here. It doesn't seem to have the same issues with these miserable little parasites. It is really hard to do a low voice this late in the day, let me tell you. To the Ghostmobile. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? Do we talk? Do we run? I mean, the Scooby-Doo run is pretty patented, right? We're running. Bye, Wayne. You book it for the underbrush. Hey, wait for me! We have one of those chase scenes. She joins you, the two of you rushing to get away from Wayne. As you run, his words follow you into the brush. What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Fred. Why can't you do as I ask and stay out of trouble? Great emote choices. But that girl won't let you, will she? Stella, is that her name? Perhaps I should pay her a visit soon, if she makes it out of here alive. Then, silence. Stella. Did you kill Sam Wayne? Spam Wayne. No. So Wayne's connected to the Ditchlings. He knew something about them. I don't know anything about that, and I don't care to find out. But if that gets you to stop engaging him in conversation, then sure. He's connected to the Ditchlings, and he's super evil and bad, and talking to him will curse you. Or whatever it is those things are supposed to do. Gosh. An electric. Electric. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Yep, got that already. I heard you like moaning, so we put more moaning in the game where there's already moaning. This is not OSHA compliant I-beams. Just saying. Just throwing that one out there. The two of you step out from the brush and into a long wooden corridor lined by bottles and rails. Hey, Zane. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, say it now. Sure, man. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking pitifully small. Sorry, boy. I'm sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. Sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. So Oscar is Charles. So this is the dad, played by a dad. I will do this. It looks especially painful, like on an emotional level. Even if everyone else could understand what we were saying, I wonder if he can even hear us. Damn it, Junior, how many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. Oh, what bullshit! Something on your mind? It was Charles Shaw's fault, that's just a fact. You know what they say about history, it's written by the victors. Charles Sr. was clearly not a victor. As if the Scarlets were any kind of victors themselves. The collapse hurt their reputation too, you know. It took years for the mine to recover. You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. You do enjoy this weird stuff quite a lot, don't you, Hap? I guess. I mean, as far as horror games go, I'd much rather play a game like this that's super weird than a game that's just gonna immediately jump scare me and try to, like, just use gore as a replacement for actual dread. Not the least of which is because I really don't like blood. I don't like seeing blood. I have passed out. I think I've told this story before, but I passed out in the movie theater at least once, almost twice, after seeing movies that contained gore. And the one time I did pass out was actually hilarious, looking back on it, now that I can reflect, because it was for Twilight. I was like 17 or something, and I drove my friends there, and my best friend was with us, and she's like, "You should leave." And I'm like, "Okay." So I got up and I left at the climax of the movie, like the penultimate scene left in the movie, and I'm starting to feel pretty like gross. There's like stages to it, and started to feel pretty gross. It's like a shock response, and I got to the lobby and I sat down at one of the only like small tables that were there. Nobody's there. It's the last movie of the night, the last showing of the night, and the only person in the lobby is me and the person working behind the counter. I'm trying to time when the movie is gonna end, looking at my phone, and the next thing I know, I am on the ground, my head hurts, and it's like 4 minutes later. At least I know one jump scare we can use. You playing the children saying yay noise? Is that a jump scare? But anyway, there's my embarrassing story of the day. I passed out after watching or imagining part of a scene in Twilight. I don't think it would bother me as much today, but at the time, it was pretty bad. It's now. Can use it now. I'm no murderer. Guessing this request didn't really pan out. Do you think that was why he was getting close to Edwardine? I don't know. I guess it's possible, but it doesn't look like it panned out. Probably not. Scares, you say? Hi, Realms. How you doing? Welcome in. I mean, still a better love story than Twilight. Yes, me and hemophobia is a better love story than Twilight. I went to go see, the other one I was thinking about was I very nearly passed out, and the only reason I didn't was like sheer willpower. I went to go see that movie Lucy. She hates happy children. No! Got a 3D puzzle of R2-D2 and Thor's hammer. I love R2-D2. Big fan. 3D puzzles are fun. 3D puzzles are fun. That's so exciting. I went to go see that movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson in it, where she's like unwilling. She's an unwilling drug mule, but like the drug makes you like a superhuman, like your brain processes things faster or something. I don't know. And the scene where she's in like the hospital holding this like registered nurse or something at gunpoint, and she's on the phone with her mom, and he's like trying to basically like remove surgically all the excess drugs and stuff. That movie was very weird. Yeah, it was super weird. But like that scene, I was not okay. I was in the theater and there was like maybe 3 other people in the theater because it was like a matinee on like a Friday or something like that. Nobody was there. It was just me and like people far away from me. And I just stared as hard as I could into my bag of popcorn, like trying really hard not to pass out. But like, I think the boxes that I checked that time was feeling faint, clammy, had the sweats, starting to lose vision. My ears were ringing. I was very close. I was like about this close, like losing control of like the muscles in your neck, close to passing out. But I didn't. And it was because I was by myself and I was still in the theater. But yeah, that's why I don't go see scary or gory movies very much. But things like this are fine because it's not really gory. It's just strange and disturbing. So that's my, I guess, my cup of tea if I had a cup of tea for horror. Anyway, I've pontificated long enough. Show that Enoch bastard what for? Well, it doesn't matter. Just gonna watch it happen. This ghost is so full of it. I love Tabby's response to this. I remember when this episode first came out, and the way that I played my first playthrough and how Finch played his first playthrough, he didn't bring Tabby, and I did. So we had vastly different experiences with this episode. Because I was like, yeah, Tabby's my friend. We're cousins, we're friends. And then he was just like, he didn't invite her. He didn't invite her ghost hunting with him. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over both all of it and all of you. Hello. Hi, Avery. How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man. Though, you've gotten sloppy. You should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. They metaphorical or are they real? Let's see. You keep asking me things like I know any better than you do. We've both been seeing the same rooms. You're the one who grew up here. I just thought you might recognize stuff. It's not like this is exactly what the real world looks like, is it? How am I supposed to recognize anything when it's all messed up like this? For all we know, none of this even happened. And even if it did happen, who's to say this is even close to accurate as an interpretation? We're watching the memories of a dead man. No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner, another victim of the Scarlet's lies, like you, Charles Shaw. Rich people dungeons? Very interesting. Is this what's in the Forbidden Wing? The Forbidden Wing's a bunch of old rooms that are dangerously run down. I don't have much perspective on what they were like in their heyday, but going off of what they're like today, they'd be a terrible place to keep a prisoner. A mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now it runs in hers. His blood runs in your veins. Oh, huh. Seems your little trysts bore fruit. Oh, and will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out? Uh-oh. So, Dreamwalkers don't know if it's real? Inception is back. Inception never went away. Shh, let it talk. I think this might be important. You know, you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through the door just fine. Oh boy. Oh boy. This guy needs to go get himself a manicure. The world around you swirls, and you and Tabitha find yourselves pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. This is definitely supposed to be part of the estate, but I can't tell how much of it is real and how much is a metaphor. Stop talking, we might miss something. That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. Merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now. You can't tell me what to do.
No. But life goes on.
Oh my god. I got jump scared by that because it was a question. Cake. It's still broad daylight here. It's not even after hours. It's not even after dark. This is not half after dark, by the way. Not yet. Oh my gosh, thank you, I guess. Oh wow. You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die. But if I were you, I'd use my healthy legs and run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. I hear the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there? I kill to go to a beach right now. A lot of these people around these parts seem to be obsessed with that place. Ah, you've been talking to the witch then. How very interesting. That was an interesting noise. Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. Stella! Are witches real? I don't know. It's like a soap opera. This is like being stuck in some kind of soap opera. On a roll today. 2 in a row. Yeah. Yeah, you got me. Let's hope this one doesn't last 20 seasons. We have to be nearing the climax, right? Finch's favorite Pokechick. Finch's favorite Pokemon is Sandslash. How does it know? This is too much. I just want to go home. Do you feel sick? I feel sick. Can we talk now? What do you know about this place? I mean, this is almost certainly the estate, and whatever we just saw probably happened in the Forbidden Wings, just based off the location of the windows. That half of the house has been off limits for over a decade. I don't know what we just saw, okay? And I know what it sounded like here, but Charlie isn't related to us. I know that much, I think. Come on, the quicker we get through this, the quicker we'll be out of this ghost place. Hopefully. You and Tabitha walk after Stella and into the darkness. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. Stella stares at you through an indecipherable through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the tables. I don't know how, but this feels so much worse than the last room. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. I guess we're supposed to be kids now. Dang it. Yeah, I guess this is before everything else we saw. Hopefully that means it's almost over. I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it. Although I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. It's got a thing with puppets. I still think that this is hilarious. Even possessed Stella is out here trying to monetize hobbies. If we're nearing the end of this thing, do we have a plan yet? If you're asking that question, then the answer is no. I'm still waiting to see what happens once the show's over. No, no, not kids. Don't be happy now. Definitely not. You can see the tiniest shimmer of tears in Tabitha's eyes. She blinks and they're gone. There. Are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything is not awesome. But thank you for redeeming everything is awesome. Maybe it'll be alright. I mean, there's nothing but the scary trap door being illuminated at the center of a stage. Are we back in Rosalina's room? We must be. Which one of us is going to open it? You wordlessly step towards the trapdoor. It creaks open all on its own. Oh god, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. We're shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. Vision time. The map was right. So there's a map of where all the things are. And Enoch did some shady ass stuff. Probably for Teddy. Which we'll find out later. Murder. Brutalization. Pretty scary, awful stuff. Oh god, I'm so sorry. She violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. So Grandma Eddie was a murderer. Maybe we're in purgatory. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Enoch died nearly 80 years ago. Does it matter what he did? Does it even matter if he framed Charles Shaw at this point? Who's left to be hurt by any of this? What now? We just love murder, don't we? It's the year of the war. Last year was the year of the war crime. This year, I don't know. Hasn't figured it out yet. Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? Damn it, that's the one you want. You gotta let this go, man. Get over it. It's not healthy to dwell on stuff like this. Everybody dies one day, you know, even if you're brutally murdered by your supposed girlfriend. I appreciate what you're trying to do here, but don't talk to it. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die, please. I've been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. But what are you trying to say? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No. No. No, it's absolutely not fair. You gotta be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. Sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. War crimes. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit. What happens if we refuse? Then I will stay, and I'll get what I'm owed. Sentence has been handed down. Make your choice. Oh. Hello. I hope I didn't come too late. All of you had better get out of here before the spirit regains its composure. It's certainly a strong one, isn't it? Don't worry about the others. They're safe. I got your call, Tabitha, but it was difficult. It was definitely not easy getting down here. Get us out of this pit, Sybil. Tabitha, I don't think it's wise to leave something like this where anyone could stumble across it. Why is that our problem? It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer. You must be joking. You're the eldest cousin. You're the only one who's lived in this town. It's only right. Absolutely not. We should just leave. I'm not giving in to the demands of some dead guy. Not leaving before I put this thing to rest. Take a step towards the spotlight. As you move forward, you feel Tabitha's hand on your shoulder. Fred, what are you doing? Where are Oscar and Rosalina going to live if I don't do this? Fair. He has been dead for a while. Yeah. But we're thinking about how Fred would handle this. And he's a good guy. He's a stand-up guy. Is that what you're worried about? Good God, don't give up years of your life just for somebody's rental. I own properties. I can let them rent from me. I'll even throw in a discount. What if someone walks into the annex and gets stuck in this labyrinth of impossible rooms? Then we'll close up the library. It might just go away on its own. Who knows? Why give up something like years of your life to some ghost who might not even be telling the truth? I want you to be safe. Fred, no, I'm not letting something like this happen to you. Oh my God! This has never happened before. I was planning on taking it. And she just... Dang, Tabby. Okay. I'm gonna bounce past the thing, because it doesn't play very well on stream. I know, right? Come to an basement. It's cold and wet, and a mound of dirt sits before you. Oh my God. Oh, Tabby. Tabitha's hand breaks through the dirt. She claws her way out of the ground, gasping for breath. I got a new achievement. I don't know what it is, but we got it. I guess it's Tabby taking the risk. It's for the best, dear. Tabitha, are you okay? Cousin doesn't say anything in response. Why her? She invited you here. It didn't seem right that you should bear that kind of burden for the both of you. Is she okay? She's in shock right now. Having a spirit rip out of part of you isn't exactly a pleasant experience. She should recover, though. Mostly. Don't talk about me like I'm not here. See, she'll be fine. Tabitha mutters something under her breath. You'll be fine, dear. Just be sure to drink plenty of tea. Sybil's on her tea-selling soapbox. Let's look into the pit. Oh, hi. Ha, ha, ha. Cool. You step forward to peer into the pit your cousin clawed her way out of. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken at the bottom of the pit. The spirit's remains are down there, I assume. Perhaps it's linked to what happened here. Regardless, I'll make sure the body gets a proper burial. She just, takes the bones and puts them in her pocket. How did you get in here? Spirits like this are predictable. Once I understood what it wanted, it wasn't too difficult to see through its illusions. Alright, come on, Tabitha. Let's get out of here. Tabitha stumbles to her feet and walks with you to the stairs. The ghost wasn't lying about wanting years of her life. The lines on her face now mark your cousin as on the cusp of middle age. You're outside. Oh, Tabby. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. I'm parked just over there. Let's head back. I feel like shit. Tabitha doesn't wait for a response, pushing past you and heading towards the car. I'm gonna peace out too. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See ya, Rosalina. See ya, Alexis. They walk off down the road. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you earlier in the night. I had no idea what y'all were planning to do. How are we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange in town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around in the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. Ugh, that hurt. My bones weren't meant to bend that way. I'm gonna be hurting for at least a few days. Fred, is it... I'm not the one who wound up paying the price here. So that really happened then. Tabitha actually gave up years of her life. I'm afraid so. Everything in this world has a price, and those years were unfortunately what it took to put that spirit to rest. I honestly can't believe it. Tabitha making selfless decision for another human being? But she did, didn't she? She looks awful right now. I don't know what to say. Tell her she has my deepest gratitude. And that I'm so sorry. I don't know how I could possibly make this up to her. And I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. I can't believe I let any of you go in there. How could I have been so careless? You couldn't have known. None of us knew. Don't blame yourself. Blah blah blah. Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. We would have snuck in. We would go anyway. You didn't put a ghost in our house. Correct. The ghost was there first. Stella okay? Nope. Stella's having an existential crisis right now, guys. I'm gonna go check on her. Oh, hey. Sorry I couldn't get you out of there sooner. I'm so sorry, Fred. I don't think I can talk right now. I'll call you, okay? Bye. Should we go after her? She didn't seem okay. I think she just needs some time to herself. She's a strong girl. I'm honestly surprised that she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. Each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you. Kanika doesn't have a cold. They're tied to everything. 2 of them on back-to-back nights. We're soon to find another. We ran into Wayne, by the way. Well, no one died this time. That's true. But nobody was going to die in this one. Nobody dies. I mean, technically Charlie died, but that was a long time ago. That was in 1918. It's a heck of a long time ago. Next chapter, next episode, somebody might die. We don't know. We'll see how it plays out. I'll make sure Stella knows what's going on. There was someone else in there, but that's my house. We live there. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Fred for any details. No one pay any mind to that man with the curtain on his face. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. With the yay noise for the maybe there's murder next time. Alright. Do you know who you were supposed to be? No. Words came out. There was a weird feeling. People were just making feelings happen. Let's go back with Tabby. This game is a roller coaster. I love it. That's why we play it. I have over 100 hours on this game. Which is more than I can say for almost every other Steam game except for maybe tabletop. Because I do play a lot of tabletop. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Fred. Okay, bye. I want a better answer than a ghost. It was a spirit. I've never been a fan of the word ghost. You'll be alright. I think ibuprofen would be better, but the tea has been nice. I'll put the kettle on. Do you regret coming? Look, that was horrible, and it'll stick with me for the rest of my life, but it was also amazing. I don't know if that makes sense. How many other people can say they were possessed by a ghost? Gosh. Alright, I guess I'll see you around. Yep, should probably get going. Supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. Might call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep will be enough to heal up. And tell Tabitha I hope she's feels better soon. See you around, Fred. Avery heads off. Time to wrap things up and go home. Time to go home. Time to go bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, she looks so old. The ride back is nearly silent. Tabitha is visibly exhausted, her face drawn and pale. Fresh furrows have formed at the corners of her mouth and at the edges of her eyes, and her once uniformly sandy blonde hair is painted with the streaks of white. So I guess ghosts are real. No. Thanks, Tabitha. I mean it. Well, it's midnight, so I'll have a jolly time while you go to sleep. Enjoy. Have sweet dreams. I hope you have a lovely night. We'll see you soon. And thank you for all the hand axes, the jump scares with the blurp alerts. I always appreciate having you around. And thank you for the resub, Cake. Really didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Have an excellent night. Have an excellent night. We're family. We do things for each other. No need to thank me. Why did you step in? Sybil was right. It wouldn't have been fair to you. I'm not going to ask her what it's like. It looks horrible. She's not having a good time. As the car pulls up to the estate, you and your cousin wordlessly make your way to the foyer. Tabitha noticeably strains to open the front door. I've never been so tired in my life. I'm going to bed. Please don't get sucked into any more ghost dimensions before I can wake up and rescue you again. Do you think Stella's gonna be okay? She wandered off back there. I'm worried about her. Right now, I'm too tired to think about anything other than collapsing onto my bed. Stella's tough, though. Nothing keeps that girl down. Are you okay? No, but I'll live. Sorry, I just feel absolutely awful right now. I don't think I can handle any more talking. I gotta sleep. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all. And then the bus comes. You know, I don't have to leave the holler. I could get used to this place. That's good to hear. It would be nice not being the only Scarlet left. Anyway, Night. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed. Don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest at the expense of unknown years of your cousin's life. The specter of the night's events will linger on over her for every day she has left, a grim reminder of the price she willingly paid for the crimes of a great-grandmother she despised. Maybe her decision will bring her peace of mind. Maybe she can still right the capsized ship of her broken life. Or maybe things will only spiral out of hand from here. That's such a different ending than normal. Let's do us a save. We haven't done that in a while. Do us a save. Alright. Episode 4 time. Episode 4. Do us a quick stretch, maybe? I don't think we need to see a recap. We just did the end of episode 3. Nope. We'll recap the major events though. So Duke lived and Gretchen lived and none of the kids got trapped. We saved the kids. There's no ghost. Technically, this is a really great world state, except for Tabby having given up her years instead of us, which is what I intended. So it's a pretty good world state, but something bad is likely about to happen today. Can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by the harsh morning light. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine, but your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Shoot her a text. Haven't heard from her either. That's not good. I think we should try looking for her. Let's meet up in town. Looks like you've got morning plans. We're visiting the opossum. Let's visit Dustin. You open the drawers. The two opossums stare up at you. They both have a bread now. That's nice. Let's take a shower, get all the ghost goo off of us. In the meantime, you... think about the afterlife. It's undeniably real at this point, and what you've seen is terrifying. Think about someone special. Ooh. No, we won't. Think about your cousin and the burdens she took upon herself last night to protect you. You're done here. Got our clothes on. We've decided to not check the closet ever in this run. There's no particular reason for that. We know Wayne was in there. Not in game, but we know. In the light of day, she looks even more physically worn than she did last night. Her blonde hair, streaked with white and fresh creases, line her features, accentuating her frown. They're striking. This week of all weeks, as if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Your cousin's posture is tense, but that isn't really surprising, all things considered. We probably don't have long before she leaves to handle the strike. How are you holding up? Old? I'm well aware. I have a mirror. I appreciate your concern, but I'd rather not talk about it. Okay. So we won't. So we won't. How are you feeling about the strike? You can be honest with me. Conflicted. It's going to be tough, and despite what a lot of people would have you believe, I'm not relishing the opportunity to pick a fight with my men. I don't think many people take pleasure in breaking strikes. Pearl Ann would have, but that's not me. I don't know. It's complicated. Everything is so complicated. I'm usually pro-union, but you work too hard. They should realize that, right? As if it's easy being the boss. Do you know what the strikers even want? I haven't seen a list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. Promise you that if any one of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. Nope, I don't. You're really in a difficult spot now. Yeah, I am. Hopefully it'll all be over soon. Alright. Heard anything from Stella? I can't get a hold of her. No, but that's not exactly newsworthy. Sure she's just processing what happened last night. We weren't the only ones who were traumatized. Dawdled long enough. Stay safe. No more hijinks. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? Sure thing. Will do. Make a quick PB and J. Head to town. Bye, Frou Frou. I don't get to try and pet you today. Oh, God. Glimpses of pale figures dot your periphery. You haven't seen ditchlings in the middle of the day before. They're getting bolder. Oh, hi, Avery. Hey, I was just coming up to see you. Hope you were able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. And I hope Tabitha got some rest, too. How is she today? What good are these muscles if I can't use them to protect my family? Oh, I reckon they're still good for a lot of things, but I know that's not what you mean. But hey, I'm sure she'd be feeling just as bad as you if your roles were reversed. Seems like behind that prickly exterior, she really cares about you. I always knew she was a softie deep down. You really still feeling chill after everything that happened last night? I'd be lying if I said last night didn't have an impact. Kind of feel bruised all over, physically and spiritually, but hey, that's part of life, right? Nobody makes it to the end completely unscathed. And I'm kind of thrilled that my new emotional baggage comes from a ghost instead of some normal, boring trauma. I don't know. Should we romance Avery? Should we romance Avery? Should we do a poll right now? Let's see. We got one. Can I do a poll real quick? We're probably gonna have some options here. I don't know if all of them will be an option. But they might be. I don't know. We'll just do a quick 1 minute poll. Quick 1 minute poll. We'll see what we want. Really quick, you can vote as many times as you like. Not all of these may be options. Stella is particularly difficult. I don't think that she likes us enough. But if we pick Stella and we don't get Stella, then we will just not romance anybody. I mean, who would Fred want to date? Could date anybody. Could date anybody. Alright. What do we got? Nothing. Okay. Everybody wins. Which means I get to pick. Which is fine. I mean, if there's still some raiders in here, you don't know these characters, there's no way you would know who you'd want to date anyway. Alright. Let's flirt with Avery. Wink. Heard anything from Stella? Haven't heard from her, though. We don't text much. I haven't checked with Winnie to see if she came in for an early breakfast or anything. But if you haven't heard from her, that doesn't sound great. Seeing her like that last night was awful. Do you want to come hang out? Oh, it is a strong strike. Oh, okay, great. Okay, let's head to town then. Sure. There's Kanika. You picked up an Avery along the way. Hope you're both doing okay, like, emotionally. Better after seeing Fred. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. Joints all out of whack. Totally exhausted and super foggy. Mom's been insisting I caught a cold and I wasn't buying it. But as of this morning, I've come around. It's definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculously stressful week we've all had. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from looking for Stella. Let's not dawdle. Let's go. Should check in on Oscar. He's smart. Maybe he'll know what to do. I hope nothing else happened after we all went home last night. They're so brave for sleeping in that house after everything we went through. I'd rather sleep in the woods with the ditchlings than someplace that was that haunted. Your mom said it's safe, and I'm inclined to believe her. Why would she lie? But how would she know that? Magic, probably, but there's only one way to find out. Let's go. It looks like a normal library. I was not up for a ghost encore. Guess Oscar must be in the back. I know that's where I'd be if I finally got my house back. I've always been surprised at how unsupervised this place is. Sometimes it feels like anyone could just walk in and do whatever they wanted. Like what? Steal books? I mean, they could, right? I'm not saying anyone would. I'm just saying that people in this town trust each other. A lot. It's nice. Let's go find Oscar. You make your way back towards the annex. It feels strange to be back here in the light of day, as if the events of the previous evening were all just a terrible dream. This hallway really takes me back. It feels like it was only yesterday that we were last here, blissfully unaware that our entire lives were about to change forever. It was only yesterday. I know. Hi, Oscar. You have no idea how good it felt to sleep in our own house last night. Though I suppose I didn't do much sleeping. I mostly sat and stared at the hatch all night. Nothing happened, but the idea that something could happen was more than enough to keep me wide awake. How's Tabitha this morning? I'm worried about her. She's gonna work herself to death. You think she'd enjoy a fruit basket or something of the like? I feel terrible letting this good deed go unpaid, even if I know whatever I'm able to offer is nowhere near what she's owed. I'll donate stuff from the general store. I think I know what she likes, but we can put together a little basket that she might not hate. I can throw in some freebies from Winnie, too. I've never seen her in the diner, but that doesn't mean a free breakfast would be unwelcome, right? She'll probably wind up throwing it all away anyway, but at least it might make me personally feel less weird and conflicted about her saving everyone last night. So what brings you here? Stella's been missing since last night. Oh my gosh, sorry. We don't know where she is, and neither does he. I don't think even she knew how she'd react. Besides, you didn't know how bad it was gonna get. Can't blame yourself for everything, man. I know you probably feel like it's your responsibility to make sure everyone around you is okay, but sometimes it's just not gonna be possible. You're only one guy. I know you've got a lot going on, but let us know if you see her around. After everything we went through last night, I'm worried about her. Sorry I can't be more helpful. I know time is of the essence right now, but while you're here, I wanted to let you know that I'm determined to do whatever I can to investigate what's happening to our town. I was hoping we could compare notes. It might help me narrow down where I should start my research. As far as I'm aware, there was nothing paranormal in Scarlet Hollow before very recently. And now here we are, surrounded by weird little goblin creatures in the woods and plagued by angry ghosts. You think there was an inciting event? I do. It's my thought too. It was never like this in the Holler before. Something must have happened that kicked off all this magic stuff. Avery stares at you. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only started happening once Fred got here. You're not wrong. Exactly. If there's a catalyst for all this, why wouldn't it be the long-lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Fred getting into town isn't the only major event that happened lately. Pearl Ann died over a week ago, and those creatures in the woods were already reproducing by the time he arrived. Not to mention I started seeing things in our house before Pearl Ann passed, I think. I never thought to make a note of exactly when this spirit made itself known. If there's a root cause for all of this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in its bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have ever been any similar events, and whether there's anything special about the Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. We'll fill you in on what little we know, as soon as so you have a place to start. Stone seals. I think a lot of this is similar. Oh, heck yeah. It'd be like checking out the behind the scenes of a haunted house the morning after. I mean, I know you're joking, but that's literally what we'd be doing, right? Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess that wasn't the best analogy. It's been bad enough going to a haunted house and abandoned coal mines at night, but there's something that feels so much worse about going down there in the middle of the day. Can't say I'm thrilled about the thought of it either, but we need to do whatever we can to start getting ahead of things. I really don't think this is a good idea. Ghost or no, there's still a 100-year-old corpse down there that was murdered by my Meemaw. Oh no. On Stella Quest. I think it's this one. He would say, going down there is worth the risk. We've been seeing ditchlings in broad daylight. I don't think we have the luxury of turning down clues. I need clues to live. Can't be scared of a carving. I feel like this is I got a bad feeling about this. Not if I can help it. Let's go. Kaneko waits. We go down and check this stuff out. What are you doing in here? I'm going back into the basement, Rosa. Afraid there's something down there that might help us figure out what's going on in town. Probably best you go to the library while we... No way. If you're going down there, I'm going too. Remember what you said last night? No more secrets. We're in this together. You're right. Okay. Am I the only person in this town who doesn't have a death wish? Sybil said the ghost is gone. I don't really think there's anything to be afraid of down there anymore. Just give me a moment to move all of this out of the way. Let's just, well, we're not going to flirt with him because we won't flirt with him. Let me help you with that. Couldn't ask you to. Moving the table on our own. You can tell everyone is impressed by your large muscles and ability to lift heavy things. I pick things up, I put them down. I don't want to go back down there. It's okay, Alexis. You don't have to come with us. We could stay up here together while everyone else goes down there. Everybody's heart skips a beat, though Avery's might have skipped a beat out of excitement rather than fear. But none of you are swept into a ghost's nightmare puppet show. The sun continues to shine, the birds continue to sing outside Rosalina's window. See? Nothing to be worried about. Slight tremor in his voice tells you he's mostly saying that to himself. Shall we? If you're sure you want to do this, I won't stop you, but I do not like the vibes I'm getting from that pit. Okie dokie. You can't shake an oppressive feeling, but whether that feeling's driven more by the trauma of the past night or by something more tangible, you're unsure. Well, I guess we're looking for is in that pit. Guess we should take a look. Stare into the pit. Same as last time. The eternally screaming remains of Charles Shaw Jr. are exactly where you left them, staring back at you from empty sockets. The carving lies beneath him, the heavy cold stone acting as his coffin. Its style is more than just similar to the carving in the mines. Both stones were carved by the same artist. It looks so heavy, heavier than even you could lift. Wow, it's pretty heavy. Charlie. Whoa, cool. Dang, Charlie. Fred's grandma really did a number on you. Nobody touch it. I'll have to call Dr. Kelly about this. We should put his body to rest, right? That's how these things usually go. At least in the movies. And hey, we disturbed his body and he had to come back for a sequel. Confirmation he's gone for good, right? I think so. That's gonna make it a lot easier to sleep tonight. Does that mean you let me sleep in my actual bed? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's give it one more night. I still don't know how I feel about you sleeping on top of that rock. So what do we think? Wolves encircling a goat. It's a start. What was the carvings in the mines? There's a bunch of arms all tied up in chains. Interesting. I'm sure that description will be more than enough to get started. Can Alexis and I help? I want to know why someone put this creepy stuff under my room. Sure, you can help. We don't know what happens if we destroy it. Well, I've seen enough. Time to go. Yep, let's go upstairs. No, but we did see a dead body. Ew, okay. Alright. Kids being kids. Hey, make sure Pixel stays inside or you might get grabbed by some ditchlings. Avery thinks they're interesting. I think there's something in the clinic. There was this door yesterday and I could feel something pulling me towards it. Wouldn't be surprised if that place was haunted too. We should investigate the clinic. Reese's mom is scary. Don't break into houses. Gotta play it safe. Need a day or two for research. Unfortunately, that's not gonna change things. Let's do us safe. Let's get back to Stella Hunt. Okay. Let's check out the diner. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. Strong strike. Yep, none of this has changed. This is all still the same stuff from the last time we had a strong strike run. Gonna leave the strike alone. Should go to the cops, right? You sure? Nothing against the officers of Scarlet Hollow, but you've met them, right? Do you think it's worth the trouble? At least let's check her house first. Okay, let's go to the house. Make your way to Stella's house. The door's as pristine as any old wooden door. No bloody handprints in sight. Any telltale sign of Wayne absent. Something happened here. It didn't involve him. At least not at the front door. The house is quiet. The world outside muffled as you take a cautious step over the threshold into the muted air of the living room. No Gretchen. Nobody's here, and I don't think Wayne came knocking at the front door. Yeah, I don't see any goop. But he could have come in through the back, or a window. Be a really weird coincidence if the front door was open and someone broke in somewhere else. Maybe that's just wishful thinking. Guess we won't know till we go inside. Might as well invite ourselves in, right? Yeah, let's just go to the cops. Okay. Well, I guess we go inside anyway. Sure. Whatever happened to Stella wasn't here. None of this is different text, which is why I'm not reading it. It's all the same. Kind of just want to get to the part where we'll have some divergence. She's got her jacket. Stella's jacket's gone. Okay. She must have come home last night, but no struggle. I don't think there's any clues here. Okay, let's go. Let's check the mines, I guess. Will they be chill talking to Tabitha's cousin? Scarlet, more like toilet. That doesn't quite rhyme. Better hours now or none at all. I am unhappy with the treatment I am receiving as a worker in the Scarlet Mine. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. YouTuber? She's the one on all the banned from property posters, right? We haven't seen her. Uh-oh. Just because she hasn't been seen today doesn't mean something bad happened to her. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. Can't say it will be much help, though. We'll just be standing around here for the foreseeable future. Okay. Going back to town. I don't want to go to the church today. Even though I think we made friends with the guy this time. Mostly I just wanted to hear this theme, because we love Duke. Something about a pumpkin, Julius Tremaine. What's all this about a pumpkin? Mr. Tremaine. Sorry, you folks have to deal with this. Appreciate the sympathy. You know, I haven't seen him since Tuesday. He's usually in the diner every day. Even if he didn't take Big Betty, it might be worth doing a welfare check. But the sheriff has a standing order not to step foot on the Tremaine homestead. The man loves his booby traps. Well, guess who else loves booby traps? Fred. Fred does. Weird question, but are you part of a cult? No. It still is missing. Alright. Let's go. Alright, let's just go. Stop trying to insinuate that I'm doing something bad. Because I'm not. I'm not. It's fine. Alright, we're not going to the church. We're gonna just go this way. Just gonna go get the tea. Spill the tea. Maybe drink the tea. We already drank the first one, so doesn't matter. And we're not old, so we don't have to try to romance. We can't romance Race's mom. No Dr. Kelly for us. So, interestingly, because we drank the tea the first time, we don't get the option to like refuse her and follow Kanika. Interesting. We're not street smart, so we can't trick her into thinking that we drank it. Guess we'll sip our tea. Tastes like a mouthful of dirt. We've read all of this in previous ones, so I'm just kind of like refreshing myself on what it says. Finish the tea. Something terrible is gonna happen. Gotta counteract all the things that are going to be happening to me, apparently. Oh, I'm just an old woman. I have trouble with my knees and my eyesight isn't what it used to be. I'd be more of a liability than a help. Imagine if I'd been in those mines with you. Some use I'd be, struggling to climb over rocks and ladders. That wasn't helpful at all. Check in on Kanika. Knock, knock, knock. We made it into Kanika's room. Romance! Romance! We can romance Kanika. Do we romance Kanika? I do get to pick. I don't think I started a romance with Kanika. Let me see, do I got notes somewhere? I have so many post-it notes, guys. It's kind of scary. No, that's for Pokemon Daybreak. That was for emotes. That is for fusions. This is for those times. Nope, I can't find it. I did write it down and who all we were romancing. I don't think we've romanced Kanika, so I'm kind of want to romance Kanika. Let's romance Kanika. She likes Fred's shoulders. Well, we do have the powerful build. You hold out your arms, and before she can react, you've wrapped her up inside of them, your hands settling on either side of her waist. Aww. She hesitates for a moment, as if in shock, before reciprocating at last. Aw, cute. Warm coconut. I actually particularly don't like coconut as a scent, but it matches her. And also it's not me, it's Fred. It's Fred. Very cute. Screw hanging out in my room for the rest of the day. Wherever you're headed, I want to come with you. Gotta maximize the amount of time we spend together before you go back to Coolsville, right? Even if we make other plans for later on, I want to be with you right now. But where would we go? I can still feel that door at the clinic pulling me. I think that's where we need to go next. I was hoping to see Reese sometime today. I want to ask if he knows anything about Stella and, you know, make sure he's okay after what happened at dinner. Let's do it. The two of you make your way back out into the hallway, hand in hand. Gosh. She looks so menacing, and he looks so mad. He looks kind of sus, to be honest. Thought you were gonna get some rest, Kanika. You really should get back to bed, or this cold of yours will only get worse. But I still have a lot of energy. I don't feel like sitting around. I don't think I need to. Of course you do. I know you best, and you haven't been yourself these past few days. All this running around has been a detriment to your health. Miles and I want to see you healthy. You hold this family together. Shouldn't get between a mother and her daughter. Sybil knows what's best here, and Kanika is more than capable of speaking for herself. Why are you making her confront her mother? You barely know Kanika, and yet you're trying to drive a wedge between her and her family. Oh, we have been so drugged, guys. She's clearly been pushed to her limits. She can't keep up with you. You need to let her rest. Oh, we don't get the option to talk back to Sybil because we drank the tea. Dang it. That's all right, Kanika. He could have gotten hurt, but he didn't. And it seems like you learned a valuable lesson from that experience. Now, let's get you to bed. You just need another day to recover, and then you can get back to all this town mystery business. Fred, you'll be fine without her until tomorrow. She's so creepy. I'm pretty sure that they said that Sybil is going to be a romance option later on, and I'm just like, yo, why? She's just so creepy. I mean, Wayne's also a romance option, so there's that too. And suddenly we find ourselves outside Reese's house. Hi, Wayne. Hi, Ditchling. Ditchling, 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 Ditchling. Raccoon. Ditchling. Ditchling. Probably more Ditchlings. Side of the mountain looks really close to the terrace, maybe even close enough to jump. We just jumped onto the terrace, because of course we did. I still don't know why they say that. Is it because we still are, like, caught in the gravity of the seal? I don't know. Hi, Reese. Sup? Bear, bear. I'm not. Please don't stake me. I just sometimes find it easier to sleep down here. Don't ask me why. It's just how it is. Uh-oh. We still need to see what's behind the wall. Scratch at the wall. Feels disappointingly solid. Give me an axe. Kinda looked possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. Why wall? He'd see thing but wall stand in way? Everybody's favorite breathing noises. They ASMR. Are you trying to get at something behind the wall? Kind of has a bad vibe, doesn't it? It's probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'll find you an axe. Amazing. Yes. Yes, please. Axe now, please. Axe now, yes, please. Will destroy the wall. Why use axe when I have arms? Why not break wall with fist? I'm not an expert, but I'm guessing it would be more efficient for you to use those big arms to wield an axe instead of tearing into the wall like some kind of wild animal. Though that would be super cool to see. Be right back. And this is when he gets Dr. Kelly out of our hair. All the things. Pretends he's sick. She goes out and gets some juice. Yep. Do 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 do. No axe in here. Oh my gosh. Getting sleepy. Read the files. Well, we care about Pearl Ann's. Died of a normal person thing. And then sleep apnea. Oh, I think it's pretty. Enox. An actual autopsy report. Okay. We're done here. I guess we'll let him in. We're in the clear. We waited it out. I think we've picked pretty much every option here because we have romanced Reese. So I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest. Keys, keys, keys. Your axe. Small sprig of what almost looks like furry berries and a wide 8-pronged leaf still attached to the base. Leaking sap onto the countertop. Does she make her own medicine? I don't think she's allowed to do that. She's not a pharmacist. This room is just for storing stuff she orders. Why would she be making her own? We go back down to the morgue. We have our axe, the most important thing ever. Reese listens to industrial clanging. We listen to people breathing. While now, yes. Something may happen. Good. Feels like I've been missing out recently. Let's do this. Have at it. It's like cutting through butter. You were right. You could have torn through this with your bare hands. Holy shit. There's a whole hospital behind this hospital. Get our compulsion on. Climbing into the hole. He didn't know it was here. We gotta get to where this actually diverges. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Hey. Enoch, I thought you weren't gonna come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. What am I gonna do? Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research. I found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything else from here on out, I promise. Hey, Jess! How's it going? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. We're just playing some Scarlet Hollow, you know, having a spooky little possession moment over here. That's all. A witch, but that's nonsense. It's alright. It's all sorted. We're taking you home today, and everything will be resolved by this time next week. Everything goes black. Uh-oh. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. It's where you just slipped into a coma or something. You tore into a wall like a wild animal. Oh yes, this is a great game. Love this game. I'm doing well, swam this morning. I still, normally I'll take like a quick like rinse off or something after the swim, and I didn't get to do that because all the showers were just like freezing cold water. So I was like, okay, we're just gonna smell like chlorine for the rest of the day. This is fine. Got some breakfast with some friends and did some things out and about and some chores and just watching people stream, and yeah, so it's been pretty good. And then we've been playing this for a couple hours. We got through the end of episode 3 and now we're getting to the climax of episode 4. So I'm excited about it. This will be the last we play of Scarlet Hollow for a while, so glad you were able to make it. Got fun weekend plans? You don't have to share if you don't want to. Let's see. Are you okay? Wait, nothing spooky happened? The mountain didn't collapse on us? No ghosts? No? Just fell down, twitched a little, and when you seemed stable, I carried you back here. That was a few hours ago. Powerful build. You carried me through a hole in the wall, up and down a bunch of stairs. What? Wasn't super far or anything. I just picked you up and carried you. Might be sick a lot, but that doesn't mean I'm made of paper. Can still do things normal people can do. Really? Thanks, I guess. I don't have much of a frame of reference for what normal people can do. Be a pretty quiet weekend of adulting, nothing exciting. Honestly, same. I mean, after this stream, I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna make some dinner, finish doing some laundry. Tomorrow we're gonna stream in the morning and then probably do more chores and things. Might try to bake bread. Nice. The bread that I've been seeing people make in Finch's Discord has made me want to make bread again. What kind of bread are you making? Or would you make? What kind would you make? I've made challah before, but I gotta say that the bread that was posted by Cosmic was pretty delicious looking. Let's see, what do we got? Sandwich bread. Challah is so good. I know, it's so delicious. It's so delicious. It was so good. The last time I made it, I finally learned the trick to like keep the braid from like falling apart or otherwise melding together when it bakes. And that's to like oil each of the strands of the braid before you braid it. So you like do that and then you start braiding it from the middle and out. And then you get a nice delicious looking loaf of challah bread. Although I've yet to make it in a way that makes it sweet enough, because like the challah that I like is always very sweet, but mine never tastes sweet. It tastes more like white bread, which is really terrible, but it's got honey in it, right? So it should be fine. But yeah, I thought so too. I mean, I know the one way you get like a nice crust on your bread is to like spray it with water or spritz it with water. And if you don't want your crust to get like really dark, you can use like cover it with foil for at least part of it and it'll not get super crunchy. So there's like different ways of dealing with it, and it's kind of fascinating from like a thermodynamic standpoint. Oops, I don't have this one. Try that. Oh, he looked it up. It's poison. We're trapped down here. Why would your mom poison you? I don't know. But, you know, Riesen's pretty deadly, and apparently she's been giving me that. A YouTube bred rabbit hole in your future. I know, right? Isn't that terrible? You start like, you look at one, you're like, I need to find one video so that I can figure this thing out that I need to figure out, or learn this thing that I wanted to learn. And then you end up looking at the time, and it's like 3 hours later. And you're like, huh. So this is what happens during those cutscenes in SpongeBob. 1 hour later. That's what happens. It's a YouTube other video service pit of doom is what it is. I don't think I was ever sick. Riesen is like really bad. How are you not dead? I don't know. Maybe it's low enough doses or I have a tolerance. But I think the fact that I feel more alive and by the minute is proof enough that she was making me sick. Well, you could go to the cops, maybe not local, but some cops. No matter what, we gotta get out of the basement. Also, as soon as you said bread rabbit hole, all I could think about was bread in the shape of a rabbit. I'll be real. I'll be real. Kanika's not answering her phone because she's been brainwashed by her mother. Shouldn't call her my mom. As far as I'm concerned, she's forfeited that title. Can't wait for her to be in the rearview mirror the rest of my life. We'll see if we can wait her out. If she doesn't fall asleep by 10, we can figure something else out. They're supposed to be shatterproof, which she always said was for burglars. Now I assume it was another way to keep me boxed in. But we can try to break them anyway. Distraction seems like a good idea. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little jittery. Maybe it's the lack of poison in my system. Or, you know, whole perception of reality getting turned on its head. Doesn't feel awful, really. Just go with the flow. Gonna watch a horror movie. Chilling with Reese. He's trying to be very nice about it. Movie night with Reese. Can't believe I'll just be able to just do things from here on out. Like watch movies with another person. Or talk to people. Ever. Can hear the difference in energy now that Reese hasn't had his daily dose of poison. He's uncharacteristically chatty. Clearly not used to talking to another person, let alone when he has the energy to carry on a long conversation. Hello. We should probably do a save. Let's do a save. Hard to believe after all these years that that's going to be my reality. A man on screen yells the portents of doom into the camera. I love the little, like, chibi drawings. Trailing off into the wordless scream. The plot's really heating up. I love that there are all these little distinct sort of vignettes, little pockets of horror that affect a small number of people, and once you start to see how they fit together, you realize some fundamental horror about the universe. Hey, that's this game! Thanks for explaining the game. And foreshadowing. Then it sees you back. Incredible. Cosmic horror in the truest sense. Very animated. It's probably safe to assume he's dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now, but with his entire reality turning out to be a lie. But he's also talking over the movie. Talking during movies is fine. We'll just let him go. Sorry if I'm talking a lot. I'm just jittery. A little terrifying to think that she's up there right now. There's a knock on the window. It's ya boy. Fred, don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. That voice, I know that voice. Is that who's been following you around? Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the supposedly shatterproof windows. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. I don't need you to protect me. That's only because you don't know what kind of danger you're in. I know what it's like to have my life stolen by somebody else. It destroys you in every way. But I'm not weak anymore. No more cowering. If someone tries to hurt me, I should hurt them back. And I can do the same for you, Fred. We're in this together. Breaking the shatterproof window. It's coming, guys. I hope it's clearly been relayed that there's spooky things about to happen through the music and the lead up and all of that. It's happening, guys. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Leave us alone. In a surge of violence, the change that had been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off, and Wayne along with it. We're just gonna run for the stairs, my man. Door's blocked by a chair. And then it's blocked by something else, too. Tear through them with our powerful build. You toss the chair out of the way and tear through the paintings covering the door. They stretch and rip, yellow and red globs of paint coating your hands in place of viscera. Finally, the wood slippery in your painted grip, you fling the door open. Rush to the front door. Freedom. Again. But the things from the paintings, his smears, are faster. They flow out from every crack in the wood, flattening themselves against the door frame. You pull, but it's sealed shut, as if they'd learned from your first attempt. Then you hear the thunder of massive footsteps coming up from the basement stair. You turn to witness Reese. So this is new, slightly. We haven't gotten this one because we haven't had powerful build and tried to run yet, I think. I can't let anyone leave right now. She might find a way out. But it's okay. I'll make it so she won't be able to hurt anyone anymore. Go back downstairs. You'll be safe there. You size Reese up. You're gonna need some heavier firepower than your fists to deal with him. I'm not gonna let you kill your mother. You won't be able to stop me. It has to be done, Fred. I'm sure you will understand once the moment's passed. Reese turns and disappears deeper into the clinic. Well, Tabby said to call her. We've never had an old Tabby before. Hey, where are you? What do you know about Reese? That dying emo kid? Just that he's been dying for like a decade and he smells weird. Why do you ask? Oh, ew, are you hanging out with him? I'm generally of the mind that you can see whoever you want, but I have to draw the line somewhere. I'm coming to pick you up. Clearly you need a chaperone before you make any decisions you'll regret. Did you know he can transform into some kind of monster? Because he can. Noted. Your cousin hangs up the phone. Tabby is like the most hilarious character in this game. Like if I had to tier list the characters of this game, Tabby would be an S tier, and A tier would be like Duke and Bo, and I think that's it. And then B tier would be like a lot of the rest of the cast that I like. But that's where it would start. Maybe we will do a tier list at some point. Yeah, I know. I love Tabby. She's so great. She's so great. I aspire. Well, not to like run a mine that's not unionized, but I aspire to be like Tabby in a lot of ways. Not sure who to help. Make your way to the door that beckoned you to yesterday. All intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement of the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading to the house proper, into the doctor's office, there's a monster, preparing to do something unthinkable. Open the door. You grasp the handle and turn. Duck. Roll out of the way. Follow her command, your body falling forward and rolling gracefully out of harm's way. She shoots. She scores! Wait. It's a tranquilizer. You're gonna have to try harder than that. No, how did you? As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Wayne takes another step down the stairs, but paint flows between the cracks in the woods. Reese is panic pulling in a mob of furious smears to hold his enemies in place. The artist darts away, but the smears continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway, and Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. I guess maybe let's grab the axe. We need to arm ourselves. Hey. You, Fred. I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. You survived. What's going on? Think you can probably put that together? I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions when you're there. Okay. Guess we're going there. But we got our axe, and that's all we need. Great. Now listen. I need you to use the black taped key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labeled carfentanil. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. An intercom system? Good. You should hear this. Fred, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not going to hurt anybody else, just her. If I don't, you and I both know she's just going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers? Did I hear that right? Shove me back down in the basement, or maybe someplace even worse, and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now. Better than I have ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. Not gonna let you kill someone, Reese. Why not? She wasn't afraid I might die. Does she know those tranquilizers aren't going to kill me? Does she care? Trust me, Reese. I've always been careful with your medication. I want you to live. I love you. Tell yourself whatever lies you have to, Mom. If you wanted a good relationship, you had your chance. You decided to convince me I was dying instead of letting me exist. Don't try to spin it like some kind of crime of passion now that the consequences are staring you in the face. Enough. Reese cries out in pain. What the hell did you do to my shoulder? You see, for the briefest instant, something coming out of Wayne's sleeve. Great. Cool. Just a flash of pale yellow, then it's gone, slithering back into Wayne's clothes. Gross. I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. They stagger off the hallway. I'll grab the tranquilizers. I guess we're gonna do this. I don't know. Lead me to my work. Before you can swing the axe, you're knocked back. Wayne's palm striking your chest, knocking the air from your lungs. There's nothing more you can do here. Your pride wounded. You make your way to the safe room. Okay, we're in the safe room with Dr. Kelly. With the axe. And the tranquilizers. We already know the room. We already know about Reese. We already know the game plan. And we won't hear any secrets from her because we drank the tea. We drank the tea. It's unfortunate. We'll just sit in silence and wait for Reese, I guess. It might be game time. Here he comes. Just like the nails of the chalkboard voice. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? What would Fred do? Would he give her the tranquilizers though? I don't think he really wants Reese to get hurt. But also, like, he doesn't want somebody to murder somebody else. I don't think it's gonna matter. Yep, didn't matter. Before Dr. Kelly can fire, a different shot rings out. Reese's body is thrown to the wall. Shotgun in hand, your cousin rounds the corner and trains her weapon on his writhing body. Tabitha, what are you doing here? Stop it. Let me sedate him. We can deal with this non-lethally. Are you insane? That thing was trying to kill you. We're gonna say nothing. Bye, Reese. This is the first death. The first death/injury, aside from Tabby losing years. You two, help me drag this thing outside. We're burning it. Three of you stand around Reese's mangled, still twitching body. I know. Big oofs. Big oofs in chat. We got, what do we got? We have that emoji. There's the one. This is actually the one that I got on my first run. You can see the way he's trying to stitch himself back together, the tendrils of flesh meeting and joining, the clicks and pops of bones snapping back together, and the horrific wet sounds of meat resealing along ruined edges. Your cousin pours gasoline over his body. Then she lights a match. Oh god, Wayne was right there. I think I missed that last time. He was hanging out. Great. Thanks, I hate it. We don't like this. It's inhumane, the ruin of his face, incapable of making any recognizable sounds beyond a guttural wail. It seems to last forever, and then it stops. In its absence, there's only the roaring of flames and the sobbing of his mother staring down at the writhing, burning body of what was once her son. I always knew there was something off about that kid. He had a weird smell. We're gonna hug Tabby. Before she can push you away, you wrap your cousin in your arms and squeeze. She sighs, patting you on the back, a stunning display of affection from someone as cold as Tabitha. You release her and she steps back, putting her usual distance between the two of you. Did you know what he was? No, but the door was sealed shut, and I got a bad vibe from your call, so I took the gun from my office. I was already armed when I rounded the corner and saw him. Just did what had to be done. Thanks for calling instead of trying to handle this on your own. We make a good team. Sorry, Dr. Kelly, I feel like this is my fault. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. If you have some water, please drink it, or other beverage. Because it's good for you. I've been talking a while, so appreciate it. If you had just left him alone like I'd asked, then he would have hulked out some other time when no one else was around to call for help, and you'd be dead and he'd be free to lay waste to the countryside. Dr. Kelly falls silent, the flames dancing across her tear-streaked face. I'm sorry, Joan. An acrid smell hangs in the air, the stink of burning flesh stinging your nostrils. But he's gone. There's only a charred pile of ash and bone where his writhing body once lay. Nothing moves, nothing tries to mend itself, there's nothing left to be mended. I'm going to bed. Not a word of this to anyone, or there'll be hell to pay. You don't have to tell me twice. Dr. Kelly starts back down the hill towards the clinic, leaving the two of you next to the smoldering ashes. I'm parked down the hill. Let's get out of here. I need a shower. My hair smells like burning corpse. Two of you make your way down to the bottom of the hill where Tabitha's car is parked among the sleepy houses of Scarlet Hollow's residential street. She places her gun in the trunk and turns to face you. You're alone right now. Estella's still missing. I tried calling her a couple of times, but I keep getting her stupid voicemail. Yep. Shit. Let me think. It's a long shot, but there's a place that might be worth checking out. We're going on a hike. And she knew where to find her. Don't even need Gretchen. She knows. After a bit of a trek, you and Tabitha stop by the edge of a 2-lane road near the town of Limits. There, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella. You watch her from the underbrush. She's alive, thank God. She sounds more exasperated than relieved. Should go talk to her, Tabitha. She'd probably be glad to see you. I don't know. We've got baggage. I'll just make things worse. Oh, you're right. She's practically begging for us to be closer than we are. It's time I stop letting my dead mother dictate who I'm allowed to talk to. But I'm not talking to her alone. We're doing this together. Okay. Away we go. The two of you join Stella, perching on the old log on either side of her. God, Tabby, that ghost really did a number on you. I'm so sorry. You had Fred worried all day, you know. And it looks like you got into some trouble too. Fred, you're all covered in blood. This is where your parents died, right? Oh, we get the cutscene. It's not gonna work very well, but yeah, we're gonna get the cutscene. young, bright-eyed, headed to college Stella. Oncoming vehicle. Because she's laying down, she's fine. Parents were not. Were definitely not fine. We can skip ahead. That was pretty gruesome. Have you been sitting here all day? Yeah. Just waiting. Silence falls over the three of you. The wind rustling in the leaves and the sound of night insects carrying on around you, muted in the still night. Nothing happened though. It's probably for the best. Tabby, did I do something wrong after the accident? What? There's whole years of my life that feel like they just never happened. Like every time I try and remember them, it's blank. I have all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even remember filming. It's scary. Did I do something to push you away? No. All you wanted to do was talk to me. Pearlan wouldn't let you near me. Oh. That's not true. I was an adult when the accident happened. It doesn't matter what Pearlan wanted. I need to stop hiding under my mother's coat every time I make a bad decision. I pushed you away, Stella, and I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. I missed you. I missed you too. Still, fuck Pearlan though. May she rot in hell. At least she brought us all together. The three of you stare out into the quiet night. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I wanted to know whether I could even could. I never found anything, so I eventually gave up. Then last night happened. And I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Even if it meant seeing the crash again or seeing them all messed up and dead. I just wanted to see them. It's been a whole day. I don't think they're coming. Do you want to say goodbye? Oh man. Goodbye. I love you. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine. It's really trying to make me cry. Oh. She smiles, a lively glimmer returning to her sad eyes. That kind of felt better. I don't think I realized how much I kind of trapped myself in my own head. Thank you for breaking me out of it, you two. Stella straightens, stretching her back. Gretchen wags her tail, tags jingling in the quiet night air. I should probably head back, right? I haven't slept in a day. She doesn't need to hear about this. The three of you and Gretchen make your way back through the woods before arriving at Stella's house. This is me. Thanks again, you two. It's time for us to get back to the estate, Fred. Tabby, wait. Before you go. Oh, the hug. Oh. She's crying. Don't be a stranger, okay? Never again, I promise. Oh, that was so sweet. I know. That was so adorable. Both of us are impossibly exhausted by today's event. I've got to crash. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. I'm bracing myself. Exhausted beyond belief, you stumble into your room and collapse on the bed. Your eyes sink. You realize that something smells off about your room. It smells rotten. You jolt awake as the door creaks. Don't look so frightened. I was just gonna say goodnight. And to give you a word of advice. Tabitha won't be around tomorrow, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you. And you might be surprised at what you find. Until then, sleep well. Do we tell him to wait? I know. This is like the experience, the first playthrough experience that I have versus looking at Finch's first playthrough experience. He was all like, "Yeah, Wayne's awesome. We're buddies." And I'm just like, "Dude, this guy's here while I'm trying to go to bed. He's like, the stalking is a problem. It's a problem. I don't know, man. I don't like it. I don't like it at all." You know, Fred might say wait and ask him something. Oh, these are all the questions from, like, if he walks you home from Stella's. Got you. It's a little too far, Wayne, but I want answers. Yes. Let's see. No, we're not flirting with Wayne. Dang it. This isn't the Mean Girls run. You kidding me? Why are you following me around? Because you're special. But why? Why am I so special? You simply are. Do you not feel the ties that bind us? They're unbreakable. I thought you wanted me to stay at the estate. Aren't you going to lecture me? You are free to make your own decisions, and those decisions have been made. I know that something pulls at you, and I know that now you cannot stop until your task is finished. I'll keep you safe while you do what you must. So close. The breathing. The breathing gets to me for sure. I thought you might have done something bad to Stella. I didn't have to. She didn't have it in her to stand by your side. Remember that. She won't be there if you need her. I don't need you looking out for me all the time. Evidence would suggest otherwise. Whether you think you need protecting or not, I'll be there for you. I will always be there for you. Good night, Fred. Ugh. Gross. He leaves your room and closes the door behind him. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to become almost welcoming, a sign that now the daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. You think for a moment about calling Kanika. That's right, we romanced Kanika, Jess. But you're just too tired to even bother. Close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese and the way his mangled but still living body writhed in his funeral pyre. And then you think of nothing. This is the end of episode 4. That's it. That's all. We're gonna save. Make sure I save. Wow. We have earned a nap after this day for sure. Honestly, it upsets me that we don't take a shower at night instead of in the morning. Like, we do all these gross things and then we go to sleep in the gross clothes. Like, really? Really? Let's go main menu. I'm paranoid. Overwrite my save. Main menu. I know, isn't it gross? I mean, Stella literally tells us that we're like covered in blood. Like, we're covered in blood. We're gonna... Oh, cool, it's not responding. Doesn't matter. We're done. This concludes, until episode 5, this concludes the Meddlesome Kids Challenge. So we probably won't play Scarlet Hollow for a while. We'll use our Friday streams for something else, whether that's more of our Pokemon or Poke Emblem stuff, or doing some painting or other art or baking or something like that. It's going to be a good time. So let's find somebody to raid while this is percolating. But yeah, the bed is probably a dust ball. The bed was already musty before we got there. I think Janie technically changed the sheets, but she might have changed the sheets like 5 months ago. So let's find somebody to go raid. Let's see who's online still. That might be doing something fun. Let's see who we got. Go raid. Oh, I got somebody. This will be fun. This will be fun. Yeah. I'm always here for some trauma, you know. Always here for some trauma. Let's do this. This is our raid message. Use whatever emojis you like. Raid. We got a friend who is streaming, also looking for mature audiences there. And I don't think he knows what he's playing. So we're gonna go raid Slowpoke 316. And let's see what we got. He's playing If on a Winter's Night for Travelers. I don't know what that's about, and neither does Slowpoke. So naturally, this is a great raid to be joining. We'll do a quick shout out for Slowpoke 316. We'll see if the thing will work properly. But yeah, we're gonna head on over there, say hi. If you can't stay, just pop some emojis, and then head on and enjoy the rest of your Friday, or early Saturday for some of you. And we'll be back tomorrow with some Poke Emblem. I forget where we're at. I think we were getting to Lavender Town or something like that. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time with that. That's our Fire Emblem game. It's Fire Emblem ROM hack that's made into Fire Red Emblem. And then on Sunday we'll be playing Black version 2 of Pokemon, Purple Pokemon only. We'll catch you next time. Thank you guys for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.
I don't know. I don't know what happened to society. I wish I can give you an answer, but I don't know. Yeah, it's conversation for another day. Meanwhile, we're just going to be sitting here playing with turtles.